Hello everyone, welcome back to Glastonbury Designs Workshop. Thank you once again for joining me. Just a little update on this week's projects. We went ahead and got the cutting boards fully glued up, and they've been planed down to their final thickness. This one actually is going to be recut and turned into an end grain cutting board. So this one hasn't yet seen its full final thickness. I'd like to see this board be somewhere between an inch and a half thick. It's not going to be a large board, maybe a 10 by 10, something small. For just basic food prep. So that's that board. We went ahead and surfaced out the other edge grain board, which is going to be the Vermont board. I don't know if you guys can see it, but we did draw the shape in right here of the state. This board is at its final thickness. It's right around 3/4 of an inch, and that's where it'll stay. We'll probably have this board finished either later today or tomorrow. Projects tend to take me a little bit longer because I don't do this full time. This is a part-time job for me, or a part-time hobby, whatever you want to call it. So I only get maybe an hour and a half per day in the shop. So the things that I want to do, I have to try to organize my thoughts and keep the projects in order as much as I can. I guess prioritize which projects I want to finish first. So the last time that one of the last videos, I spoke about this board here, this piece of spalted birch. I was going to turn it into a cutting board. This board has since been purchased, and I have to deliver that board tomorrow. So that's a good thing. It's always nice when you sell a little bit of lumber. So that board is out of the shop. Probably the next board we're going to look at is going to be this piece of maple. This piece has some significant curl in it. It does have some faulting. I'm sorry, it has twist. Does have a little bit of spalting, but it's going to need to be surfaced down quite a bit. Right now it's about 8/4, so we can probably bring that board down to an inch and a half thick, and that'll be a nice board. That'll get the twist out of it, and probably leave it all live edge on either side. Maybe put a handle on it like I was going to do for the other one. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and get on the little bandsaw. We're going to cut out the Vermont board and progress that one forward, sand it out, and hopefully I can get the round over the edges, get that all done before the end of the day. Well, there it is. Winter has finally showed up. First week of January. Looks like we're predicted to get about 12 inches. I think we're already crowding 6. Just went out and shoveled a little bit and get the car out of the driveway. You can go into town and do a couple things. I guess it was probably about time. We've had a pretty light winter, a couple small snowstorms, a couple cold days, and some warm days. I guess it was probably time. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me again in the shop. It's been a couple of days since I was able to finish up this video. I had a little bit of some time out of the shop, had a little bit of a life hiccup. Some things that needed to be taken care of. Those things have since been handled and we're back in business. First thing I want to go over today is we talk about the Vermont cutting board. That board is finished. It's been finished and oiled. We got maple and cherry alternating for the end grain pattern. This board will be photographed and listed on the website. And I'll leave the address for the website in the description below. This board has rubber feet finished off. They're fully adjustable. They haven't been glued in. So that as the board ages, it can be adjusted for better stabilization on the countertop. This board was a fun build. We'll go ahead and we're going to be building more of these as the videos progress and as you guys follow me in the shop. The other thing that I'd like to finish out this video with is our featured piece of lumber. This is a piece of red oak. This red oak was milled from a storm damaged tree. This tree was damaged, blown over a storm that occurred in 2017. A friend of mine called me up, asked me if I could use the tree. I went over and looked at it, and there was quite a few pieces that were still good. A lot of the tree got splintered in the storm. So this piece here itself, the wide end is going to be, excluding the bark, it's going to be about 23 inches. And I believe it's about 5 feet. It's one end to the other is 59 inches. This is a really nice piece to make anybody a nice coffee table or a bench or whatever it is you might want to do with an entryway table, hallway table. This board was milled out at 8/4. It's currently sitting, after drying down, it's currently sitting at about a 16th or so under that. This board also will be available on the website. The reference number for this board is going to be 0088 if you want this particular board. It does have some really nice crotch figure in here. A little bit of checking went through it. I don't particularly worry myself about checking because it gives the opportunity for some creativity. It'll allow you to put in a little bow tie or stabilize it with epoxy, whatever it is that you decide that you might want to do. If you turn the board around, so you have two options of being able to use it. This side I think does have a little bit more pronounced crotch figure and some feathering right up in here. A little bit of bark inclusion down through here. And there's another check on this side that doesn't show fully through on the other side. This has been lightly sanded for the photographs. The sanding allows me to outline some of the wood grain a little bit better. I think that it just is a better presentation. It's by no means S2S, but it is certainly still in rough form, and it's going to need some working. It's going to need to be surfaced out. That's part of the fun of it. I don't like to surface them too much, just enough to highlight the grain and allow the board to be purchased by whoever, and allow their creativity to flow. So that'll conclude this video. Until next time, stay safe in the wood shop and creative.